Hey everybody, Brown Eye Booper here, aka Zeke. That is me. I don't make videos very often on YouTube or anything like that, but I just wanted to point out a couple things about POE 2 that I have noticed here recently that have made the experience a whole lot less fun. Like math. Math makes this experience a lot less fun. The experience of this game, like just going through it, is also not that fun with you can't fully understand the math going into things, right? So I'm not just going to say that the math is bad, guys. I'm going to absolutely show you that the math is bad right here, without a doubt. 100%. So first I'm going to start with my warrior, which is right here. Little Tickles. That's what we call him. He likes to tickle things with his maces, yeah? He's a little rage thorn totem slamming son of a bitch, and this is all he does, by the way. He does slams, right? And totem shit. I don't do. First, this is just a complaint. I don't do direct hits. Essentially, I don't do direct hits with my character. It's all area of effect, right? So, number one complaint is, how does my area of effect not hit something? Unless that thing it's got super evasion from the area of effect. So how can I stand there and just continue to miss a character? Anyway, that's another story. We're not even going to show that. Math, right? Let's get to math. See these two items right here. When you use Giant's Blood, you can have two-handed maces. You can hold both of them, right? You can wield both of them, but you're at the mercy of the triple stats. So right here, you get Giant's Blood, but you have triple the attribute requirements on a martial weapon. Right here, triple the attribute requirements on a martial weapon. So essentially, you've got to step down, right? And I'm gonna show this to you. We're gonna respec real quick, right? I'm gonna respec into this. Let's look at what my damage is right now. Rolling Slam. This is my main that I use. Not Leap Slam. I'm sorry. This is my main that I use. Is the Rolling Slam. I know it's slow, but it fucking damages, dude. It's good. It works. It's got even more than my Leap Slam, but my Leap Slam seems to work better. Anyway, that's not the complaint. This is the complaint right here. Let's go respec my passive into Giant's Blood. You see that my damage is 7,251. First slam, 7,251. Estimated hold on. Where's that? Main hand total damage, anywhere between 4,000 and 11,000, right? Main hand physical damage. Oh, hold on. Where's this add up? Okay, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to do anywhere between this and this on my first hit. So anywhere between 4,250 and 11,394. So 11,500, right? Then on my second hit, I'm going to do between total damage, right? 8,000 to 22,000 with my second hit. So there's nothing on here that says less than 4,000, correct? I just want to point this out. And I've got one mace. Okay. Let's refund the passive. Let's refund this guy, the physical damage. And we're gonna come over here, we're gonna get Giant's Blood. So I can wield two-handed axes, maces, and swords in one hand. Let's do it. Oh, fuck. I can't wield my shit anymore. God damn, that sucks. I can't hold this because it takes 600 strength almost to hold this goddamn thing. So I can't use one mace, but I can use two of them. Now, pay attention to the damage. The physical damage on this one is 227 to 473. This is 249 to 335, 205 to 305. When you add these two together, you get a, I don't know that's how they do this, but I would assume that if you can wield two of them, you would get the damage from this one and the damage from this one. Like if you can hold both of them, and it wouldn't be like an average between the two where you add them together and divide it by two. Like that's not how you do that, right? You would just add the damage on, because now you just add, you're already making me have triple the attributes. So let's look at what happens when I equip this one.
flame of the forge.
Look at that, guys. I got 6,153. That's pretty goddamn good. Okay. Let's add my second mace on here. Less than 4,000 with two fucking two-handed maces? Crazy. So let's look at the math behind it. It makes 0 sense. Look, average damage per use, 3,984. If I take away one of these, why does it go up to 6,135? Why does this take away damage? Why does it lower my damage by this much? That's half. This is literally almost half of what I was earlier. I was at 11.5 almost. Why is this at 5,000 for my high rating on this one now? Isn't that absolutely insane? And look at the offhand physical damage, right? Like, so they took my damage and basically broke it up between two of them, even though I have it on just one mace. I don't know what's going on here with the math, but why am I below this when I have to add another one and I already have triple the attribute requirements? I do more damage with one mace right here according to this. How does that fucking work? Tell me how I dropped 5,000 damage by equipping this. But you didn't add this in. This is 17,000. Average damage per use. How did my average damage go down if my main hand does this? Oh, look, it's actually reading right this time. It's actually reading right on the second slam. But the first slam, how does this one go down like this? When this is the first slam right here. That's not almost half. It's a lot less than what the fuck it is, though. It's a third of what it is. It takes away a third of that when I do this. Why? What if I put this one here and then put this one here? What does it do? Same fucking thing. It doesn't matter. So they're not doing this in any different way. It doesn't matter which order you put these in. It doesn't matter which hand you put them in. You're lowering your damage, like, even though you added both of them in here. So where does it explain to me the math behind how I figured this up to be able to do more damage? Because you're already making me use 3 times the fucking amount of strength. All right, that's one example. That's just one example right there. That's not even counting the resistances that don't fucking matter either, which I can't prove the resistance thing right now, but I can tell you, at least on my Ranger, I had 90% resistance on Chaos. I had above 90% resistance, and I get tapped by a little fucking orb and I'm just dead. Well, it's because your hit pool, you don't have enough health. How many people know about hit pools? All right, let's go to my monk. Let's go to my monk. You want to see a really egregious fucking some math problems? Check this out. Let's go to my monk. So I can't use Giant's Blood on this guy at all. I just can't fucking do it. It won't work. He does less damage, and I get my ass stopped. I might as well just use one mace with this guy. Now, I can easily prove this one too, just right now. This is my monk. My monk has the ingenuity belt. I'm a stat stacker. I've got 2 rings that have strength and dex, chaos resistance, lightning resistance, all this stuff, right? I have a quarterstaff that has 146 to 256 physical damage. You see it, right? It's a pretty decent staff. This is what it's got though. It's got increased attack speed, 27% increased attack speed. Plus I got the Hands of Wisdom in action, right? Let's look at my dexterity, guys, and do some math. Whoops, wrong one. My dexterity is 505, so I got 500 dexterity. This makes it really simple. We're just going to use 500 as the number. So 500 divided by 20. What does that equal? That equals 25. Because 20 goes into 100 5 times, and 5 times 5 is 25. So I should be picking up 25% increased attack speed from these gloves, right? And I should also be picking up 27% increased attack speed for a total of 52% increased attack speed right now. Right? That's not bad. Like he's pretty quick. He's a pretty quick dude, right? Now, what about the Pillar of the Caged God? Let's read this. Pillar of the Caged God says it has 1% increased attack speed per 10 dexterity, guys. So, hold on, my math here. If 1% for 20 dexterity out of 500 equals 25%, then if you have 1% for every 10 dexterity, that makes it 50%, right? So if I put this Pillar of the Caged God on here with these, then I should get 75% increased attack speed, right? Let me show you some math real quick. Let me show you the math behind it. And you're gonna be like, "Whoa, you're wrong." I'm even gonna show you the path of building on this in just a second here, right? Let's check this out. This is the damage I do, damage per second. And this is my attack time, 0.16 seconds, right? My attacks per second. This is what matters right here. Attacks per second, because the faster you are, the faster you attack. So I'm at 6.25 with this staff right here, this Havoc Bane Quarterstaff. Check it out. All right, now let's get some Pillar of the Caged God action in here, right? Because we're gonna be fast as fuck, boy. Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't seem much different than this staff that I have in my mouse right here. Let's look at this again. Actually, the staff that I just put on here is a little bit faster than the Pillar of the Caged God. But this only has, this staff that's equipped is only 27% increased attack speed. And with my dexterity, I should be getting 50% increased attack speed with this. All right, guys, let's look at the math real quick. Let's go back to the math. Okay, what happens when I put the Pillar of the Caged God on here, guys? Look, watch the attacks per second. It went down. I got slower. That's absolute insanity. So you're telling me that 70, how am I missing out on 50% of my speed? I'm literally, the Pillar of the Caged God, attack speed is not working. Just not working, straight up not working. If you don't believe me, I can actually show you this because it tells me on the path of building when I open it, which should take me just a second here because I fucking closed it out. Because I'm kind of upset about this. I haven't seen any videos or anything addressing the problems with the math or anything in this game at all. Anyway, let me, no, I don't want window full screen. I want windowed. Let me open up my path of building here. Okay. Here's my path of building, guys. And what am I? I am on my Monk Invoker right now. Strength, dexterity. So I'm not up to date. Let me pop the window up and we're gonna update this real quick, right? So where's my web window at? Damn it. Damn it. Let's go. No, not that web window. Where you at? Where you at? Actually, we're going to go ahead and do that web window, and then we're just going to do this. Where's the path of building? There we go. Right here. Okay. So, I just want you guys to see, and I know it's going to be maybe hard to see on your screen here, but I'm going to import my build. We're going to import Vanilla Cupcake. We're not going to delete anything. We're going to keep everything, right? We're going to re-upload them. We're going to import them. Items and skills. Okay, now we've got the strength, we've got the dex, we've got the intelligence, we've got everything right here. So let's see what's going on, guys. When I click on skills, no, it's not skills, it's calculations. I'm sorry, calculations. Unbound Avatar. Let's go to Tempest Flurry. Okay, guys. So, what items do I have equipped right now? I have my Havoc Bane Razor Quarterstaff. I have Hands of Wisdom in action. I have my Ingenuity. I've got everything that I got on right here, back here in the game, right? Everything that I've got on back here in this game is what's on in this window right here. So this is what it tells me. It tells me that my effective hit pool is 5,831, which I assume that this is my average, right? So that's your hit pool, like 3,000, 8,000, 2,000. Add that all together, divide it by 3. You know, maybe you come up with like 5,000. I don't fucking know. I whatever. I don't care. Everything else looks good, right? Evasion rating, energy shield, total spirit, like all this looks good. Everything looks good. I'm not worried. By the way, these are your hit pools, by the way, your max hits for things. If you don't know about this stuff, you need to get past the building. You need to check this out. 100%, this really helps to tell you where you're dying and from what. So anyway, let's check out our calculations, guys. So right now, our skill hit damage is 10,000 some odd DPS. Our attack cast rate, look at this, guys. My attack speed is 109% right now with the Havoc Bane Quarterstaff, right? And this is what I was just telling you. I'm missing out on 50% of my speed. Because when I go to the Pillar of the Caged God, and look at this, attacks per second, 6.25. Again, this is everything we just saw in here in the game. Literally everything we just saw in the game, okay? So when I switch this, if I go to items and I go to switch this to the Pillar of the Caged God, the one that I would be using, what do you guys think happens? Do you think I get faster? Because I don't, but this fucking thing sure seems to think that I should be 50% faster than what I am right now. So could somebody explain the math to me on this and how this is not working, or why when, like, I've even had friends that I've been playing with, one's from the Bahamas, one's from the UK, and we all have noticed the same problem where, like, sometimes you'll add dex in your passive tree and it goes up, and sometimes you'll add it and it goes down. If you add something, you add it, unless you're adding a negative, which you don't do in your passive tree. So I'm not necessarily mad at the game. I'm just trying to understand what's going on here, because something's absolutely broken. And it's literally affecting the game. It's not just between like resistances and it's not just between like resistances and, or not resistances. It's not just about like weapons and everything, but weapons are the main thing that I have right now, to give an example of. And I cannot prove the resistances yet, but I also feel like the resistances don't matter, because today I'm playing maps, and I've been doing this for 1,000 hours now. I have only ever played POE 2. I have never played POE 1, but I can tell you all the good things about POE 1 that aren't in this game. And that's pretty fucking sad. The thing is, I've got 1,000 hours in this game. I don't know how you want to say, oh, you don't know what you're doing. You haven't grinded enough. You haven't put enough time into this. You just don't understand it. Dude, I understand the base damage. You max your base damage, then you get your extra damage, and then you get your more damage, and then you get your extra damage. Dude, I understand how this works. I know how to stack the damage. I know how to stack the resistances. I understand the builds that I'm trying to accomplish here. But the math doesn't add up. End of story. But anyway, if you guys like this, you guys have any problems, feel free to comment down below. Feel free to pass this on. Feel free to share it. Do whatever you want. You don't even have to subscribe. Just hit the like button so other people see this and don't feel like they're crazy because they haven't done the math. Do the math. Look it up. Get path of building and actually compare this stuff, because you're losing out right now. I guarantee you're losing out unless you're doing like lightning spear build.